magandang pag-usapan yung nangyayari sa ICC ngayon kasi yung pressure sa kanila is insurmountable. In fact, it is now becoming a challenge sa kanila. Yung kanilang movement, yung kanilang financial independence, yung mga pamilya nila, mga pamilya ng mga judges, no? Kasama yung, I think, kasama din yung president ng ICC. Freeze din yung kanyang mga accounts, no? At yung kanilang cloud where they store their documents, no? At yung mga ginagamit nilang mga facilities na konektado sa US, lahat yun freeze. Hindi talaga encompassing ang ginagawa ng US. Pinapa-slow down sila at talagang pinahihirapan sila. Plus itong Russia, nag-issue ng warrant of arrest sa mga judges at sa mga prosecutors na nagbigay ng arrest warrant kay Putin at criminalized ng Russia, ha? They criminalized yung cooperation sa ICC. If you cooperate sa ICC, ikukulong ka. Kung Ruso ka at you cooperated with the ICC, ikukulong ka. Dito lang sa Pilipinas ang hindi. I mean, they are really very particular with their sovereignty. Ayaw nila na pakikialaman yung kanilang independence. Para sa akin, the determination whether we are right or wrong is ourselves. Ganon sila. Kaya naman din ng mga Pilipino yan eh. We have the brightest judges. We have the brightest Supreme Court justices. Court of Appeals justices. We have the brightest legal luminaries here in the Philippines. Pag naririnig mo nag-aargue sa Supreme Court, nakikita nyo talaga, di ba? They are really bright. No doubt about it. Kaya lang, eto na nga, bakit ibinigay ang dating Pangulo sa ICC? Di ba? If we have the brightest people here, legally speaking, di ba? Kasi, yun nga, yung nakikita ko sa China, Russia at US, bakit mo pakikialaman yung ginagawa namin? Why would you say that what we did is morally wrong or what we did is legally wrong? Who are you to say that? Do you have sabi nga ni Trump, do you have accountability? Wala silang accountability. Pag magkamali sila, they will not be accountable to anyone. Diba? If they find somebody guilty na kahit na hindi, wala silang accountability whatsoever. Why? Una, hindi sila elected. Diba? They are a select group of people na nagtatrabaho dyan sa International Criminal Court. At yung independence nga ng bansa na sinasabi ko na yun ang feeling ng Russia, China at US, yung we will determine whether what we are doing is right or no. It is a policy. Katulad ng kay Digong, di ba? Kay PRRD, it was his policy. War against drugs. It was his policy. Di ba? It was a policy of a president. The determination whether it was right or wrong is for the Filipinos. Hindi foreign country. Hindi taga-ibang bansa ang magdidetermine. How will they understand the context of the program or the war on drugs if they are not in the position of being a Filipino? Di ba? Yun yung ko eh. Yun yung sa akin eh. Yun yung view ko eh. Katulad ngayon sa Brazil, madugo yung kanilang labanan sa droga. Di ba? Madugo. Why? Talagang siniseryoso na nila. Because drugs is a very, very tough crime to battle. Very tough yan because it involves billions of pesos. Pera talaga yan. Kaya hindi mo, if you do not have a criminal mind, ako ito sa akin lang you should combat these people using a mind of a criminal also. Para sa akin, I am not saying that the means will justify the ends. What I am saying is that if you know the language of the criminals, then use that language against them. Because criminals will not fear you, will not even respect you if you will not speak their language. Ganun yun. Hindi ba? Tingnan nyo nangyayari ngayon. Oo, maraming droga na nahuli, but meron bang na-incarcerate because of drugs? Yung mga malalaking huli, meron bang tao behind them? Hindi ba? Alangan nga yung mga pulis manghuli. It's because sila yung kakasuhan pag manghuli sila. Di ba? They have to do everything legally possible para makapag-aresto. And when you say legally possible in Philippine terms, is that you should know that even if they are using drugs, selling drugs, or committing crimes using drugs, you should be careful in arresting them because the state gives them all the probability of not being guilty. And therefore, etong mga pulis has to build a strong case bago nila hulihin yung tao. Hindi katulad nung panahon ni Digong, I'm not saying it was shortcut, pero it was very easy. Kasi alam naman ng mga kapitan talaga kung sino, di ba? They are the first people to determine yung kanilang constituency, kung sino ang nagdodroga dyan, and it is verifiable. Di ba? And, sabi ko nga, using the language of the criminals, make them respect you more. There is a saying, I'd rather be feared than respected. Because fear, to me, is already a kind of enforcement. If you fear of something, you will be disciplined. Di ba? Ganun yun. Pilipino tayo eh. You know that. And we know that. Ngayon, etong nangyayari sa ICC, no? Dito nakikita na yung loopholes. Na yung ICC is not really an independent body, but it is dependent on the states. So, it is now very connected with politics. Because states that would cooperate with the ICC are the states who are the political enemies of those who are being charged. Katulad ngayon dito sa Pilipinas. It became political because Duterte is very critical of the Marcos administration. And therefore, using it as a leverage is in fact very political move. And that is why I can safely say and can conclude na it was actually kidnapping. It was not an arrest. Because ICC has no power to arrest. Nor the Interpol. Basahin nyo yung kanilang rules. The ICC can inform the Interpol on member states of the ICC. Yung mga miyembro ng ICC na under ng Interpol, sasabihan nila na merong warrant of arrest yung isang tao. At that time, we are no longer a member eh. Paano sasabihin ng Interpol na may warrant of arrest kay Rodrigo Duterte? Hindi naman tayo member ng ICC. Interpol cannot say, we will arrest Rodrigo Duterte. Kasi wala namang police force ang Interpol. In actuality, it is the state that arrests the person that is a subject of the warrant of the ICC. So ang nangyari, the Filipinos arrested the former president and turned over it to a foreign court. Absurd, di ba? So ngayon na gumugulong itong balibalita tungkol sa ICC na may sanction, Russia nag-issue ng warrant of arrest, ito ay magandang balita because if it weakens ICC and eventually ICC collapses, then, iba, the former president would be free and he would be absolved, and that it would be better for him to be tried here in the Philippines, charged and tried here in the Philippines by Filipinos who will now narrate the actual facts and the conditions of the war on drugs. Di ba? Yun lang. Ganun lang kasimple. Sa mga bago lang na nanonood sa vlogs ni Madarahog, pwede kayong mag-subscribe at para ma-update kayo. Alam nyo naman yan eh. Wala lang ako mga banters, wala akong mga spills, but I will continue to create contents here in YouTube para ma-share ko naman yung aking mga views sa current events at saka sa political situations dito sa Pilipinas. Mabuhay po kayo at sayang ang bayot!